an ogre. You yank the dagger free, leaving a narrow slit behind. Mystery meat, tough as...
Easy now.
Wine. A reader with decadent tastes, perhaps.
Although it's a shame about the book, no amount of wine is merrier than a roaring tale.
That's curious. And awful. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas. Strike quickly, but not quickly enough. She shrieks, thrashing helplessly. Her belly spills like a rotten fruit, birthing a frenzy of claws and fangs.
And I do mean everywhere.
No wonder if they're leaping from hyenas left and right.
Let's move. The smell of blood will draw trouble.
Leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the Absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. see drow and goblins restraining her, a mind flayer reaching out. And then the voice, bringing order. Eating this meat was forbidden, but it would lead her to a feast. In the cave, anxious hearts throbbing, ready to burst, ready to gorge on. The voice says they are meat. The meat is trapped, terrified, but protected by fire. When the fire dies, the meat will die too. Sensing your presence, the Knoll's tadpole writhes in ecstasy, echoing your command. Its host will feast on Knoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her. She resists, her mind's teeth piercing your brain. Pain shoots through you. She severs the connection and prepares to attack.
Use some healing.
By the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive up there? Damn it. I guess that's a no.
Risen Rogue's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver, but we've a stop to make along the way. Thanks, but that won't be necessary. We'll find help at Joaquin's Rest. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you. Thanks again. We'll head out as soon.
I'll be glad when we're out of this bloody cave.
Dead nose. And is that sulfur I smell? This better be good. I'm off.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. A devil, the most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn. He means Karlag. There is no doubting it.
She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her.
This could be the work of a devil, but they collect souls through cunning, not carnage.
She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served Tyr where we could not. This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God guide you.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
Wonder what it opens.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
This is Zariel's servant wreaking havoc on the coast.
Look, it's an honor to be chased by a famed hero. I'm no devil, though. Not by a long shot. How should I do that exactly? Carve out my soul to serve with a nice side of turnips? If you just hear me out.
The parasites connect you. A vision unfolds. Karlak's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants. As her eyes dart around, seeking escape, her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
Fuck. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. I'm finally home. Or near it, anyway. And you almost seem sensible. On my heart, I'm telling you the truth.
If you believe her, killing her would be a crime. But break your pact and the consequences will be unfathomable.
Whatever that price may be, I'll help you pay it. We'll be in this together. Thank the gods. I would have taken no pleasure in burning you to a crisp. Well, not much anyway. And look, you don't have to trust me blindly. I'll prove to you I'm as clean as they come. In fact, we're in the same line of work in a way. Are you all right? I won't pester you for details now, but believe me, Will, I'll be there by your side, whatever comes. Maybe I could even show you a little fun before the hammer falls. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? A little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little, she sent a bunch of goons, so-called Paladins of Tyr, after me. Until a minute ago, I thought you were working with them. They want to take me back to the Hells. But believe me when I say I'd rather die. Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
Oh, I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Oh, hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me, got it? I like Gale. Everything... Soldier? Fuck yes.
What's it funny? You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
One move ahead.
All right, just keep it down. We're conspicuous enough without your high then.
Seems this individual doesn't think very highly. This individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you. Perhaps a gift would improve their sentiment.
Brought her here. We won't survive another assault. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
The furnace was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back! Fuck Zariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look? Honey, I could go all night. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down. Wild, right? And believe it or not, I'm one of Zariel's least mutilated pets. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him. Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
That body's so...
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
Spent a good bit of time in the house. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. Looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. But I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Venice. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey, soldier. I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him?
Not much to a regular smith. A fair bit to a canny buyer.
Not that that matters. We want to use it, not sell it.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of hit.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel. That's what I like to hear. Now, let's trot. Standing still is making my skin itch.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Mizora. Zariel's lapdog.
I prefer advocate. Has a nice ring to it. You've been a bad boy, Will. I'd say your leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards. We had a deal, but Karlach's still breathing. And a good handler knows when her pup needs correction. To wit.
You burn in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike your flesh. Your soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
matter of perspective. I'm sure you'll agree.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Will. I don't know what to say. I can't believe what you did. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. How can I thank you? Look, I'm sure you'd rather live without them, but those babies are absolutely magnificent. As far as I'm concerned, you've never looked better. Keep them clean and dry, apply a bit of seed oil now and again, and they'll shine. I'm grateful I get to travel with you, Will. You may look like a devil, but you're one of the most noble men I've ever met.